Chi gives us so much. It has the biggest thing I always think about is body awareness and paying attention to how I hold my body, and that sets me up for success. And not putting, tension on certain joints, by widening my base, having weight on both legs versus, standing like this where weight's on one leg. I'm kind of twisting my back, putting pressure on my hip. I've learned things like that through Tai Chi that don't really have anything to do with falls prevention, but specifically about body awareness. Taking time to breathe, thinking about the energy that's in my body, the energy I put out there. So we get all these benefits, when we focus on them. Learning to slow down. Slow, smooth, and continuous. I've told you before that is what I needed the most when I very first started Tai Chi. Whenever I said, I don't know if I can do Tai Chi, it's so slow. I didn't think that was for me, but once I got into it, I realized oh girl, you needed an opportunity to slow down. And used to I only did it once a week. Now look at me. I'm teaching 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Tai Chi classes a week. Oh, and I feel the benefits from that. All right, here we go, y'all. Let's start with our warm-ups. This is perfect to have this class before I go and do anything stressful, because it does put ourselves in a different mind space. When we practice breath and we think about breathing in calm and exhaling stress and releasing that from our thoughts, mind, and body. Thoughts and mind, is that two different things or one? I don't know. They're probably twin sisters if they're not the same. Y'all remember next week we won't have class. Me and Blake are going to Jacksonville to a vintage market at the fairgrounds. I don't know what that is, but I'm going to go and I'll report back and let y'all know if I think it was cool.
That's cool.
Yeah, I think I like plundering. I don't even have to buy anything. I just like looking at stuff, and I don't know if it's gonna be, $100 stuff or if it's gonna be $5 stuff, or I don't know if there's a mix. But I've always loved old stuff, clothes and dishes and jewelry. Not necessarily fine jewelry, just anything. And back when I first, got into it, you could find treasures. It'd be like 25 cents. You could find Pyrex bowls for $1. And now they be putting $100 on their Pyrex.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. And I don't collect it just to look at it. We actually use it. Those small Pyrex bowls, that's our soup bowls. They're like the perfect size. But anyway, I just like plundering. And hopefully the weather will be good, because I like being outside too.
Yeah.
And I like being with my husband. Good opportunity for breath and shoulder warm-up. for our spine. I want y'all to try this sometime from a seated position and feel the difference in how your spine stretches. See if you do. I was practicing at the gym this past week and just felt different. I can't describe how. But when we're standing, so much of our focus and energy is on staying standing, not falling. So, a lot of energies in our hips and knees and ankles and feet just to hold our weight. And when we do things seated, they can be a little more concentrated. Let's go side to side. For our hips. Caught myself going a little too fast, so I slowed my roll. For our knees. Step out, shift weight, leaving both feet flat on the floor. ankles. Big toe, little toe. Shake it out. The video from Tuesday afternoon, I'm going like this. In the picture that's on YouTube, I'm moving energy, shaking that energy, getting that energy going through that body. But I thought that was a funny little picture. Like, yeah, that doesn't really look like Tai Chi, but watch the video and see. Like, moving this energy, getting it flowing, getting it going. All right. Do y'all have any goals for the day?
We're just going to follow you.
All right, well, let's practice. Miss Sharita, you have any specific goals that you want to do? Oh, gosh, I'm back to not hearing you. Say that again. Okay. All right. Let's just practice all the way through part 1, part 2, and then we'll do that several times. We can ditch part 1 and just practice our part 2. Let me get our music just right and on repeat. All right, here we go. And commence. Single whip. Waving hands in clouds. Single whip. Waving hands in clouds. Open, close. Advance 6. Play the loop. Parry punch. Lock and close. Push the top. Open, close. Brush knee. Play the loop. Parry punch. Lock and close. Push the tiger. Open, close. Part 2, starting with brush knee right. Leisurely tie the coat. Open, close. Step back, single whip. Fist under elbow. Repulse the monkey. Brush to the back. Switch hands and brush to the front. Switch hands and brush to the left. Leisurely tie the coat. Open, close. Brush knee left. Leisurely tie the coat. Open, close. Step back, single whip. Fist under elbow. Repulse the monkey. Brush to the back. Switch hands and brush to the front. Switch hands, brush right. Leisurely tie the coat. Open, close. And close it out. All right, let's do it again. And commence. Open, close. Waving hands in clouds. Single whip. Waving hands in clouds. tiger. Open, close. Part 2, starting with brush knee right. Leisurely tie the coat. That went in too. Step back, single whip. Fist under elbow. Repulse the monkey. Brush to the back. Switch and brush to the front. Switch and brush to the left. Leisurely tie the coat. Open and close. Brush knee left. Leisurely tie the coat. Step back, single whip. Fist under elbow. Repulse the monkey. Brush to the back. Switch and brush to the front. Switch and brush to the right. Leisurely tie the coat. Open, close. Oh, that's so nice. Let's try it without words. Go ahead, Miss Gwen.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, going without the words, that would be great to go through the whole thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
because,
way.
I'm sitting here, I'm thinking about this as I move. I'm thinking, like, go so slow, like you couldn't go fast if you wanted to. And it just made me kind of like each little part of those moves. It was so slow, but it was important. Watching that wish. I talk about the wish and blowing the wish. Watching that wish. It's like there was the most important thing on my hand. It's just like each and every part of those moves. It just makes for a beautiful experience. So let's do it without the words. And it's a good challenge for ourselves. All right. Play. All right, here's part 1 and part 2. And again. one to leisurely tie the coat. Part 2. How was that? You felt good? I'm sorry for speaking out, but when I messed up in part 1, I was here. We've been working so hard on our part 2 skills, and I think that's what throws us off. We're just in the moment here, brush knee, and then leisurely tie the coat. So oops, but I pulled it together and finished strong. But I don't do it on purpose, but it is a good example that it's okay to not get it perfect. Dr. Lamb has no expectations of perfection in our Tai Chi. It's really all about growth. So maybe you did, look in the mirror, maybe you did leisurely tie the coat instead of play the lute. Okay, not a big deal. Next time, change it. But maybe you really were proud about the way when it was time to do leisurely tie the coat, how smooth you did that, how your follow step, your heel was down. So find those places that you're proud of and hold on to that, and don't beat yourself up when you do mess up. Just find your place and get back to it. All right, y'all want to do it again? It's 9:42.
Sounds great to me.
I'm sweating. And it probably has something to do with the air, because it's cool outside, so the air didn't come on in here. And it's exercise, so you wouldn't think moving this slow would be sweating, but we do. All right, from the top. And begin. How was that? Was that better?
Yeah, that felt great.
One more time, and then we'll cool down. It's 9:48.
One more time.
All right, one more time. I'll do it.
Yeah.
I'm proud of us. I didn't make a mistake that I know of that time. So here's to not making a mistake again, if possible. If not, it'll be just fine. And begin. You're cheering yourself on, and I love it. I love it, love it, love it. Yeah, I mean, the more we do it, the more comfortable we get with it. In the moment, that true movement control, slow, smooth, and continuous. And, it just feels like this beautiful dance. Give ourselves a nice fist massage. Good gosh, we worked it hard today. Barely even talked. Didn't even say the names of the moves. And I wasn't going to talk during the movement, but what got me through that one time when I said I didn't make one single mistake, and I know that's not our goal, but it kind of is. But what helped me was saying the names of the moves to myself.
Yeah.
And that is helpful. Go ahead. Is there anything that helps y'all get through it?
You hit it on point. Saying the names to myself. It keeps me right.
Because I think that's where I got messed up that first time is, just kind of pretending I knew it, didn't have to think about it, just going through, even in the advanced six, which I've done thousands of times, it got me off course. So it doesn't take away from the experience to say it to yourself. When you're first doing it, you might talk yourself through it, parry, parry, and punch. You might have said switch hands and brush to the back. The things that I say live in you. One more. We have our fist that represents our strength, our fingers together, our friendship, our thumb representing humility. We put those together in mutual respect. We say namaste. Oh, so here I go, y'all. I hope y'all have a great 2 weeks. If y'all need me, let me know. I mean, I'm not like taking off for the next 2 weeks. It's just next Friday. So y'all let me know if you need me, okay?
Okay.
All right. Thank you. I'm staying calm. Love you.
Calm.
Yes, calm, breathe in calm, breathe out stress, because this too shall pass. All of our troubles do, and it cycles back around. But if there's any way I can be a positive energy in this world, I want to be that. And so if I feel led to share that, then, I feel like that's what I'm doing. I'm really not trying to cause any kind of problems. I'm just trying to make for a better world for, this little group of people. And if I can, then great. And if I can't, then I just let it go. There we go. Talk to y'all soon. Love y'all.
Okay. Love y'all.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.